Hey there. So I'm going to make this out of attempt to kind of turn a dream that I've had for a while for my writing into a reality. Kind of. At least I want to test the waters and see how I like it with a story that I've actually finished. It is a chaptered story, and I do plan to post each chapter in separate posts. So this will be a 10 video series for a story that I've already finished and that people seem to like. It's called Never Abandon Your Dying Cat. To begin, I just want to summarize it really quick. It's a story about a woman whose cat is dying. It's just an elderly cat. And unfortunately, cats do not live very super long. And so it's a story about the person finding out that the fountain of youth is actually real. And so she goes into a journey to find the fountain of youth in order to save her cat from having to die. I'm not the strongest reader, so I do want to forewarn you guys with that. I do kind of stutter when I read out loud a little bit, so just be warned that that may happen. Especially because reading out loud to other people makes me anxious. Hopefully the fact that nobody's in the room with me will make that better, but, better to just be warned. But anyway, yeah, so without further ado, this is Never Abandon Your Dying Cat. And put this somewhere so I can actually read it. And yes, I am doing this in my PJs because I am currently in recovery mode from my surgery, my hysterectomy, so I am recovering. Okay, here it is. Once upon a time, there was an adorably chaotic and playful kitten. She had the spirit, the soul of a feral but loving feline, and made sure everyone who entered her domain knew she let them be there. And she had just as much power to make them have to exit the premises. So naturally, her name became Queen Bee, because that's exactly what she was. The best thing about raising a hyperactive kitten was all of the memories and silly photos of her. She was an adorable cat. She remained energetic and sassy for much longer than most. She would push people's cups off the counter, and that was when I knew it was time to let them out the door before she made their life a living hell in much worse ways. Ways such as attacking their heels anytime they walked by her or she walked by them, which she would make a point to do frequently. Acting lovey by rubbing against their legs only to bite them hard when they tried to pet her in response. Meowing loudly every time they tried to speak, and much more. She really loved to photobomb people, too. If they were taking photos while over at my place, she would make a point to be in the photo. After all, she was queen of the house, and it had to be known that it was her domain they were photographing. And her photos were never, the most flattering. She'd be licking herself in awkward places, or making weird faces, or flying in the air to attack. She was quite the character growing up. I lost a few friends because of it, but that was welcome to me. After all, if you don't love Queen Bee, then you don't love her minions either, me and my husband. She was my everything, my life, and after my husband died, we leaned on each other even more than while he was alive. After all, he was her beloved minion, my wonderful husband. Anytime we would miss him, we would curl up together and talk about him. She had much to say about him. I could tell she missed him. Her health quickly declined after he died, and I had to prepare for the inevitable. I just hoped she would live longer than it seemed she was going to. And that's the end of chapter 1. The chapters are pretty short, so for the most part, I think I have 1 or 2 that are a bit longer, but it's just kind of the introduction. So yeah, let me know what you think, and I will post a few chapters before deciding whether or not I want to continue this. All right, have a great day.